Warrant Officer Makhubo, his life is in danger as of now, right? I know there was a current video that was released by Meyiwa. I did share this video in my YouTube channel where he confirmed that indeed the members of the Hawks has confirmed that he received a call, I think it was from Brigadier Geninda, informing him to step away from the case. So with that being said, I want you to take a listen to this, or listen to what I'm about to tell you. The reasons why Makhubo's life is in danger, it is because Makhubo has discovered the lies and the cover-ups that happened after Senzo Meyiwa was shot dead, right? Now, it involves high-ranking members of the South African Police Service, and high-ranking members of an organization that we trust, an organization that liberated this country. I'm sure you are now aware of what we are talking about, right? I know you will say, but Bonnie, you can't say that. No. I wouldn't even say allegedly. I wouldn't, because the information comes from a trusted investigative journalism under the media house of Daily Maverick, right? So they shared this information, and it is the reasons why. And number two, you will remember it was confirmed indeed that when Zungu met with Makhubo did not believe what Zungu said. You know why? Makhubo said that he was with this guy named accused number 5, Visokuhle Ntuli, on the day when Senzo Meyiwa was murdered, right? Now, Makhubo, in this article, Makhubo reveals that no. Actually, he's the one that arrested accused number 5. So if this guy is saying he was with accused number 5 on the day, he's lying. Makhubo is the one that arrested the guy, and that's the information that we're gonna get in this thing. And then you'll understand as well that Zungu is lying, right? The interest in all of this is the fact that there is a deliberate cover-up from the South African Police Service. Now they are persecuting a good cop, telling him that he needs to stop investigating this case because he's going contrary to what they want to achieve, which is to deceive and arrest wrong people. We are about to dive into that one and unpack, provided that you are interested. If you are, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, good people? Well, you need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. You also, guys, you need to share this video. You need to like this video, take it to 1,000 likes. You need to comment. You need to watch the ads. You need to watch this video until the end. Doing all of these things is free of charge. So if it's free, and it helps in terms of promoting this video, and you want this video to reach as many people as possible, please do what I've already told you. It tells the algorithm to promote this video to more people when you do all the things that I've just named. Well, the last thing that you can do is that you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. Please, I highly appreciate that if you can though. Nevertheless, there's an article that was released by Daily Maverick. The article is crucial. Right? I've been looking for this article until I opened a WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, I shared with you the new WhatsApp number. Now, when I shared that, people joined, and then I ended up creating a WhatsApp group. This article was shared in that one. Remember, this article is a bit older than what is currently trending, but it explains what is currently trending. That's why you need to watch this video until the end and understand the importance of this information that I'm about to share with you. It is very crucial. It also proves that Zungu is lying. Let me dive into this article. The article was released. The heading of the article says, "A good cop's life is in danger after uncovering lies and cover-ups relating to the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. That is the article. This article, guys, was released by Merit House. The article was released on the 27th of August 2023. Hawks Detective Warrant Officer Mishak Makhubo was charged after he had opened a now notorious second docket for defeating the ends of justice in the Senzo Meyiwa case. This is one of many malicious prosecutions brought against competent South African police members in the past 3 decades. Now, wait, you think that is enough? As if that is not enough. This information alone, it's very deep. But as deep as it is, we're going to get into it. Under the cross-examination during trial, Masadam, the prosecutor, considered that the laying of charges and media publicity surrounding them were effective in imputing the minds of the general public and the guilt of those so-called charged, even if they were subsequently found innocent. The above quotation relates to one of many malicious prosecutions brought against the competent South African police members in the past 3 decades, in which the accused were top detectives whose investigation had threatened to expose. Now, this is where it gets funny. Remember, people are going to court. People are tried before court. Charges are laid before them. And you ask the question, what is the cause? What is it that they have done it wrong? Guess what? This is what. The detectives whose investigation had threatened to expose, now listen carefully, the involvement of senior ANC members and KZN in the carnage and Richmond in later 1990s, right? This is from Daily Maverick. Again, if you wanna sue, please go sue Daily Maverick. I am taking an information that is already public. I'm putting it in a video format. So you can take this with a pinch of salt and say allegedly. And I will say this word allegedly. But if you have got any problem, this does not come from me. It comes from the Daily Maverick. Go and sue Daily Maverick. They will show you where they got this information. But I trust them. These people, they are very good at what they do. I enjoy reading their articles. Right. Daily Maverick continued to say, they were completely exonerated and won a civil action against the state, but the trial cost the then detective Eric Nkabinde his position as head of detectives in KZN, a major blow to detective services in the province. Now, please, pay attention to the information. The information that they give here, it gives background as to why Detective Makhubo is being, Warrant Officer Makhubo, why is being haunted. They are just painting a picture as to what has happened even in the past, so that you can understand what has happened in the present, right? In the present moment. They say, the malicious prosecution of good cops has continued and unabated. The most recent victim joined in a prosecution with other investigators. He had no connection with in Hawks Detective Warrant Officer Makhubo. He had no connection to that which is being prosecuted for. But remember, they want him guilty. That's what they want. So they are trying by all means. That's why, guys, I always tell you, when these people wants to make you look bad and look like you're a criminal, they can try and link you to a crime that you have never committed. You will understand this one. But I'm glad a lot of you guys are aware of what is happening in the Senzo Meyiwa case, because your awareness in that case, then it makes this even clear and vivid, right? But let's get into this one. Why is Makhubo being persecuted? Why is Makhubo being linked to something that he has never done? Listen to the reasons. Makhubo was charged after he had opened a now notorious second docket for defeating the ends of justice in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case. The serious account he and the several others faced, including assault, torture, kidnapping, and extortion. On 8 August, all the accused were found not guilty on all the charges. The brief judgment in the Johannesburg High Court, referring to the complete lack of evidence needed for conviction in bracket SS4/20. However, through his Meyiwa's investigation, Makhubo's life remain in great danger. Please notice the word that is used here. Makhubo's life remain in great danger. Now, at this moment, they have tried to persecute him through a public court. They have tried to bring on charges that has got nothing to do with Makhubo. Charges that relate to other investigators whom Makhubo had no share of. That is, now, even then, they lose the case and it is thrown out of court complete. Then listen to the word that they used there. There is a complete lack of evidence. You know, when they say there's a lack of evidence, but there's something. Here they say there's a complete lack of evidence. But the court, the High Court, the Johannesburg High Court, exonerate him, but his life remains in danger. Pay attention to the information that is coming up as well. Do not go anywhere. Warrant Officer Makhubo has been a detective for 30 years. Suffered his shocking treatment for doing his job well following his appointment in 2018 to join other investigators dealing with the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. Now, let's get a brief profile of who is Detective Makhubo, what he has done in the past. It shows now we are about to expose Zungu's lies. This is getting interesting. Please don't be disturbed. I warn you, please don't be disturbed, because the following information is that important. Now, let's get wait, don't disturb me. As we have other Hawks members, he had his fair share of successful conviction, right? The most recent being that of taxi political hitman Fiso Kuhlentulu on 6 accounts of murder. A Nongoma IFP councillor plus witness for which he has received 6 life sentences. So Fiso Kuhlentulu, he's serving 6 life sentences as he now appear in the Meyiwa case. According to my record, this is one of only a few known convictions for dozens of political linked killing in KZN. Right? Ntuli is accused number 5 in the Meyiwa case recently in court. He has been arrested and denied bail in 2018. Makhubo realized there were shortcomings in the Meyiwa investigation, including that a key statement has been removed from the docket after a witness had given a statement to 6 previous investigators. You will remember there was an information that was released by Siyabonga Miya. Siyabonga Miya works hand in hand with Sfiso Miya. Siyabonga Miya had said, so you will remember that Telezi was appointed as one of the investigators that was to take this case of Senzo Meyiwa and investigate it, right? In 2015, but I think she was restored in 2015. She was appointed in 2015. She was suspended from the case. I think she was brought back in 2018. But when she was brought back, they were not given, because it was not Buthelezi alone. They were not given the docket, the one that is in court. That's how docket, the other docket, I think it's 375. That's how also it came about, right? Now, given that history, you understand how they manipulated this, right? How they stole information because they did not want the right people to have or to investigate this case. So they want it for themselves. 6 investigators were given a statement that implicate the people that were in that house, but that statement has gone missing. That as well has been said by Usfiso Meyiwa. He had said and even named or even given us a name to say this is so and so stole this docket and is being protected by so and so, right? You're not talking about it hearsay here. Now let's continue. His investigation revealed that there was sufficient evidence to charge those in the house with Meyiwa when he was killed, which led to the opening of case 375/01/2019, the second docket. Now, I'm going to show you this information again. His investigation revealed that there was sufficient evidence to charge those in the house with Meyiwa when he was killed, which led to the opening of case 375/01/2019, which is the second docket. The prosecutor whom the docket was presented agreed that the case was a strong one and started to prepare the indictment of the arrest of the suspect whom had been in the house. Makhubo was advised to open a case of defeating the ends of justice because key incriminating evidence has been removed. Okay, now there's much to talk about here. Don't you dare running. You will need to watch this video until the end. Key incriminating evidence has been removed by who? Police. The question is why? That is what we will uncover right now. However, before the matter could proceed further, the prosecutor was allegedly instructed by the Gauteng Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, Andrew Chauke, to charge Makhubo under an existing case which was already in progress in Hillbrow, case 988/6/17. He was advised that he needs to charge Makhubo under case 988/6/17. This case relates to a matter which a team of detectives recovered money stolen in Gauteng in 2006, during which term the crimes were alleged committed. Makhubo had not been working with them. The instruction to charge Makhubo had emanated from then National Police Commissioner Kehla Stole, who had also sent a general from Northern Cape to interrogate him with a view to charge him departmentally. But there was no evidence for an internal inquiry into the proceeding. Now, remember, I told you they have already tried to charge him via a court and it backfired. It was thrown out of court and they were told that there is a complete, not even just a lack of, there is a complete lack of evidence, right? Fine. Let's move a little bit forward. And you'll understand. Now, all this paints a picture as to why the Daily Maverick says his life is in great, not just danger, but in great danger. You will understand there is another member of Hawks that were deleted or eliminated by these people, right? So it explains why they said his life is in great danger. Let's continue. This 2017 case had initially been heard in the magistrate court in Johannesburg in 2018, but the presiding officer had thrown it out for lack of evidence. IPID had been ordered to gather further investigation, but it seems that had not happened when the matter resurfaced in the Johannesburg High Court in 2020. Apparently, even the summons for Makhubo to appear in court was left with lawyers for the other accused. For 3 years, this case hung over his head for this experienced investigator, which would have been a major indictment for any career advancement. Right? He had to attend court regularly where no evidence was laid against him. Hey, guys, this is getting so interesting. Remember, the reason why he's being prosecuted is that he has discovered an information that implicate high-ranking members of the South African Police Service and high-ranking members of the leading political party. Witness RM in July 2023, the truth about the extent of the complicity in corruption was exposed as summarized in a sworn statement by Witness RM, who had been arrested in 2006 on suspicions of involvement in robbery. At the time, he says he had gave the South African Revenue Service an amount of 80,000 rand, which belongs to him. Sometimes in 2019, men named and apparently from IPID came to him wanting information about what had happened. When he had been arrested in 2006, he had made a statement about it, which he says was the truth. The same man returned in 2018 and asked him to make another powerful statement, which included that he had been assaulted by police if he wanted to receive his 80,000 rand to return to him. Now the man is being asked here, yeah, Baba, do you want that 80,000 rand to be given back to you? And the man says, yes, I want money. And they're like, okay, you're going to have to do us a favor then. Make a statement, but in that statement, the statement must implicate Makhubo, because we want to charge this guy. We've tried departmentally, failed. We've tried through court, failed. But we're building a case against this guy and we're not succeeding. Now, my man, you are our last hope. For us to win this one, make a statement. So this guy, being desperate for money, decides that he's going to make a statement that will implicate Makhubo. Listen to what happens. He then signed a second statement. However, a further sworn statement made to High Court. Advocate involved in this case dated 31/07/2023. 07, it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July. It's 31st of July, right? This year, 2023. RM revealed that he has signed a false statement given by one of the investigators, PK, including assault that never happened, and confirms that he had not witnessed others being assaulted. He said he had made the false statement after, listen carefully again, after a promise to get money taken by the police during the 2006 arrest back. It seems that the money recovered after the suspect had been arrested was linked to a robbery and was entered into the South African police system. So, in other words, even if now they want the money, it was difficult for them to get that money because the money is in the system. So you need to prove where are you taking this money to, and number one, why do you want this money? Two, where are you taking this money to? And you can't just say, no, we want to take this money, give it to this guy because this guy is our guy. Since as our guy, we need to get some money from him. They were like, nah, that's not how it works. My brother, the money is in the system, and they had difficulties to get this money back. And the guy was like, oh, I'm going to have to expose you now because I want my money, and you're failing to give me my money. And then he was like, boom. He wrote a third statement, signed it, submit to the advocate, and it was read in court. And the court was like, huh? Over our dead body, we're not charging Makhubo. Makhubo, my man, go. You don't have a case. Go do your work, Makhubo. Continue doing your work. That was what, obviously I'm exaggerating, but that's what the presiding judge said. Now, listen carefully. This thing continues, guys. The deliberate falsification by IPID in collusion with the DPP raises extremely serious question about how this prosecution has been pursued, including about the role of former South Africa SAPS Commissioner Stolle and the conduct of IPID investigators in collusion with the DPP. So you have number one, the local investigators. Two, you've got the DPP, right? You've got the IPID. These three entities, they're coming together just to let me keep quiet. The first arising from Makhubo's being joined to an existing case relate to why the case against those original accused, Major General Jen Mabula and Northwest investigators, was so insidiously pursued given the absence of evidence. This detective had accidentally been investigating a Cato Manor unit following media report implicating them in dozens of murders. The strategy of deployment of investigators and prosecutors from other provinces had been pursued because of fears about the lack of independence independence of KZN police. IPID and prosecutors were colleagues of the accused. This is like going into a police station to report a police guy who is a friend of the person you are opening this case to. What is most likely to happen, you are going to say this and they will write that. You are going to say left, they will write right. Because they know that if your statement contradicts itself too much, even if it gets to the court, it will be thrown out. So in some cases, people will even prefer to write their own statement because of this. There's a collusion. Remember, you must understand that any behavior from the South African Police Service should be investigated by the IPID. But what happens if the IPID is in bed with the SAPS? You are going to report them to the South Africa, to the IPID. The IPID is going to take a call and say, yes, there was this guy, so and so from this place. He's busy telling us to investigate you. Hey, you need to deal with that guy. That is most likely to happen. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Serious allegations have been made that these arrests were driven by former IPID head Robert McBride because the man had arrested and prosecuted members of that unit, including organized crime head Johan Boysen. Although in the Boysen case, the culprit seems to have been senior prosecutor, especially advocate Maupane Noko. Hey, it's not me. It's the article. It's Daily Maverick, and they are what? They are investigative journalism. So if you wanna sue anybody, please visit Daily Maverick. I even told you who released the article. Don't come after me, please. Ironically, given the role in the prosecution of Makhubo, a November 2020 media report called Senior Prosecutor Chauke as being prepared to waive prosecution against these investigators, apparently ignoring instruction from the NPA deputy head Rodney D. Chauke to enroll the case. While attempt will be made to have this prosecutor investigated, the exonerated accused will probably need to institute a civil action against the state if the veracity of their allegation are to be tested in court of law. It is self-evident that the abominable treatment of an experienced, competent police member with a clean record resulted from his having exposed a tissue of lies and a cover-up relating to the Meyiwa murder case. Now you understand why Makhubo is a wanted man, why they want him dead. Now do you understand? Do you have an appreciation of Makhubo's work? Do you understand that Makhubo is the guy that we need to go to and say, hey, Makhubo, there's this police who's busy taking bribes here. Can you please deal with that police? Makhubo is the guy that will definitely handle that without fear and favor, because Makhubo knows no corruption. Makhubo loves the badge. Makhubo is a police who understands why he was sewn in as a South African police officer. He understands his responsibility. He hates crime. No wonder those who are in bed with the Kumalos, they hate him because he hates crime. I didn't say anything, allegedly. However, he did not out of the woods in terms of his own personal safety. The threat of his life will continue. Now listen carefully here. Right now it has resurfaced. This article was on the 27th of August. So you see when they said this will continue despite his having been cleared by the High Court of any wrongdoing. As the case that he poses a threat of extreme powerful people. Now listen carefully again. This case poses a threat to an extreme powerful individual. I want you to digest these words. Then understand that, and then you begin to ask these questions. Who wanted Senzo Meyiwa dead? Because clearly, the people that wanted him dead, they are also powerful. But the question is why? I came across a very disturbing evidence. Well, it is alleged. But I'm going to share with you why they wanted him dead. Don't worry. It's quite telling, shocking, but at the same time, it's not far from the truth. If I may say, I don't know. But let's continue. There is other evidence that suggests a deliberate cover-up involving various senior police members. An alleged politician collusion took place after Senzo Meyiwa was murdered, and in the interest of justice for the Meyiwa family, as well as Makhubo's safety, it should proceed to trial as soon as possible. The recent brutal assassination of Lieutenant Colonel Franz Matiba highlights the danger poses to highly skilled Hawks detectives doing important work, which may pose a threat to powerful economical and political forces. Political forces, and concerns about their safety must be taken serious. Now, I want to read this one. The recent brutal assassination of Lieutenant Colonel Franz Matiba highlights the danger posed to highly skilled Hawks detectives doing important work, which may pose a threat to powerful economic and political forces. Now listen to this one. Listen to this one. And the concerns about their safety must be taken seriously. Now, before I continue, so far, maybe I might have included the name of the leading organization wrongly. Look, I'm sorry for that. I withdraw that. Somehow, like I'm talking about nationally. But you can see how they are coming into the picture as well. But the province that comes into the picture in this article, it is none other than the KZN look, KZN ANC senior members, right? Like you saw the IP, you saw the IP, the DPP, you saw the what coming into this play. The question is, at what length are they willing to go just so that they can prosecute innocent and competent people who are about to finish crime? I'm about to give you more. Again and again, I want to plead with you. I don't know what we can do, but definitely sure, we should know that Makhubo's life is in danger. When the article ended, it says, and the concerns about their safety must be taken seriously. And I want to repeat this. And the concerns about their safety must be taken seriously. I want to repeat it for the last time. And the concerns about their safety must be taken seriously. It's very unfortunate that there's nothing that I can do except to pray for them. But let's continue. Sources used in compiling this report. I took an initiative to write this report to publicize what I have seen. Over and over again, the prosecution of good policemen for doing their jobs well and highlights the risk posed to their lives. It throws on by my monitoring of political violence in KZN. A police conduct generally with a view of giving credit to good investigators as a conviction obtained for Cleveland's killings, whatever. Sources have also include a report from the lawyers, those in the media, and documentation procured in 2021 by Malisela. Now you see, now the name of Tefo Malisela comes up again. Listen to how Tefo Malisela comes into the picture. Regarding the second docket, I have been closely involved in the development in the Meyiwa case, including with Meyiwa's family's representative, and that was, by the way, Utefo, right? I have followed the court case which Makhubo's name was added closely since I was in contact with Northwest investigators in the Cato Manor cases as part of my assistance to victims and families of members of the unit, during which I also had numerous interactions with the prosecution service. I have spent the past 30 years trying to expose how good police are routinely prosecuted, while corrupt in the SAPS has escalated since 2019. My report on the victimization of police members, including a research report in 1999. The more things change, policing in the new South Africa, policing culture and stress. The experience of black members, 1998, conference of trauma suffered by police members, and the Scorpion, and the other report on policing on this website, right? So what I'm going to do, because in this one, what I'm going to do, I will have to, right? I'm going to have to link this in the video description, right? You're going to find this article. Click in the video description. You're going to find this article there. Now, let me give you a bit of a summary there. Warrant, not warrant. There was a testimony. I think it was warrant. Oh no. Constable Zungu. Constable Zungu has stated clear that when he met with Makhubo made it clear that, you know what, my man, I'm not gonna believe you. And you know why? He said, "Yeah, Baba, I'm the one who arrested that guy. I know his whereabouts, and I know exactly what he did. Don't fool me. I know exactly what you're talking about. You are lying." You remember Buthelezi and Makhubo, they meet Zungu and they said Zungu is here to tell them about the information that he has, and they were like, remember in the previous video I said to you guys, it is quite telling and quite interesting that these seasoned investigators, they meet Zungu. Zungu is about to give them information that will lead to the success of the prosecution of the Meyiwa case. Instead of them paying attention to what he says, they want to pay attention to his character. Do you now understand why they had to pay attention to his character? By the way, I have an information on this guy called Zungu. Hey, it's very scary. It doesn't paint a good picture. My sources have not yet given me a green light to share such information, so I'm not going to share that. But wow. Zungu is a different guy. But I think if the investigations on Zungu or the things that Zungu has done, if they were to come to the light, you guys will understand why this guy we've been saying is a liar. The things that this guy is allegedly been suspected to have done. But I will not go there. At least not now. But also, what I wanted to share with you is the fact that I also said in one of my videos that there is a reason, man. I said to you guys, I find it quite strange that a person that gets hated by the Kumalos. Look, listen to how Zandi Kumalo will speak of the likes of Tefo, and she will be like, as long as there's Tefo, we will not get justice. What justice are you looking for, girl? But that doesn't end there. I told you guys, when they speak about Buthelezi, here, remember that I said to you guys, Buthelezi is got masters or whatever, but is highly educated in psychology. At the same time, he is a policeman. So blending the two, they said that this woman has arrested high-ranking rapists, high-ranking serial killers and all the stuff. Like, he has arrested the notorious people. Now, this person has got a skill in how to interview and crack people. And that same woman said, give me this child who you guys said she have seen it all. I want to interview the child. And Kelly Komalo, according to the evidence or the information provided by either Sfiso or local or either Sfiso or Siyabonga, I think it is Sabonga, the interview he did with Ikakasi FM. Kelly Komalo refused to hand over the child because this woman, they said that this woman wanted just few minutes with the child. She would have easily cracked the child. But Kelly Komalo refused. Now, look at this. Why refused if you've got nothing to hide? On top of this, notice this trend as well. Oh, notice what is being mentioned here. What is being mentioned here is there is involvement of high-ranking politicians and high-ranking South African police service or members thereon. So if there is higher ranking of such people, the question that you and I have got to ask is, why and what did Senzo Meyiwa died for? Remember the SMS by Kelly Komalo to Zandi Komalo that says, Senzo Meyiwa has brought a dark cloud in our lives. That SMS that was sent by Kelly Komalo to Zandi Komalo revealed something that you are not aware, you are not prepared to hear. But I'm about to reveal it to you. That SMS, I'm going to give you a little bit of a summary so that you can understand where we're going with this SMS. That SMS says he brought a dark cloud in our lives. Remember, the SMS says, look what he has done to our family. Right? Now, I'm going to ask this question. He has brought a dark cloud. Notice that first word. Go to the second one, where according to the Daily Maverick, there are high-ranking members of the South African Police Service that are involved in this one. And there are high-ranking politicians that are involved in this one. It therefore posed this question, which somehow might exonerate the Kumalos in a sense that they are not the ones who voluntarily deleted Meyiwa, but rather it was a forced circumstances, or they were told to do, or somebody did it. Now, why I'm saying that is because if you analyze the message by Kelly Khumalo to Zandi Khumalo, he has brought a dark cloud in our family. I feel like the SMS from Kelly Khumalo says, I feel like God is sabotaging me by keeping this man in our life. I can almost not forgive myself if I cannot get rid of him via SMSs. Do you remember that SMS? Okay, pack the SMS for a while. Go as far as we want to connect something. We want to connect some dots here so that you can understand where we're going with this. So if you're looking at that and you then ask the question, higher-ranking members of the higher-ranking politicians and higher-ranking members of South African Police Service get involved for a cover-up in this case, what interest they will have? Well, you think I'm joking. This is more serious than that. Let me give you a little bit of a summary here. There was an interview that was conducted by the the ENCA, right? And in that interview, this ENCA did this. There's this guy, I don't know he works for which department, but what they do, they do investigation. So this guy, they did their investigation. What they wanted to find out with their investigation, they wanted to find out, was it a hit or a robbery? If it was a robbery, then they wanted to find out what was it all about. Was it about the car? What they did, they went to all the dealerships that sells stolen cars. They went to those guys. They know them by name. That's why I said, guys, crime in this country will end when other people decide that crime should end, because you've got people who knows exactly that in this dealership they are selling stolen cars, in this dealership they are selling stolen cars, but they are not arresting those people to get how deep is this thing. But this guy said it on national television that they spoke to all the guys who are involved in stealing and selling in selling cars. He mentions dealerships. He said that they wanted to find out if any of the informant on the ground had seen the BMW driven by Senzo entering Spreadview and maybe made a call to say, "Hey guys, don't you look? I heard you are in need of. Sorry, I heard you are in need of a BMW X6. I see one, and that's how our cars get stolen. You just see an innocent person on the phone pass by you, and when you think they are just in their call, Ganti, they are talking about you to say, hey, I see this BMW here. It's entering Spreadview or it's entering Fosloras. Don't you? Is there any client that is in need of that car?" So they were talking about things like that. So they interview these guys and interrogate these guys, and this guy says, "No, we did not have any interest in a BMW X6, so which was then the car, right?" And Senzo Meyiwa had entered Spreadview looking for that car, right? So they were searching for that, and they discovered, no. Senzo Meyiwa, nobody was there to rob him that car. Right? Now we have also discovered that in terms of the cell phone, which is allegedly stolen, we can clearly see that phone was not stolen but taken. There's a difference between the two. So this investigator revealed that no, the car was not necessarily chased by the thieves. So if the car was not chased by the thieves, then who and why? That becomes a very important question. With this important question to ask, then you begin to understand the next statement. Senzo was not on drugs. So if he was on drugs as a consumer, your life is not in danger. So if he was on drugs, he will only be a consumer, not a seller. We will then say, maybe we would have said that it was a drug lord issue, but this guy was not a drug lord. His car was not on the wanted list. Then you have high-ranking people covering up. I want you to think twice about that. If high-ranking people had to cover up in this case, something must have been seriously implicating Senzo Meyiwa. Or Senzo Meyiwa was a problem to these people. He might have seen something that they did not want it to be exposed in fear of him exposing that information, which will make them look bad, possibly get them arrested. They were like, we better get rid of this one. I showed you the SMSs that says he has brought a dark cloud in our lives. I can almost not forgive myself if I will not succeed in getting rid of him via SMSs. Look what he has done to our family. Look. So it means that somehow, to me, this woman sounds depressed. This woman sounds like she's saying, we might be the casualty of the things that should happen or that must happen to this guy, but we might be the casualty to that because there are people that are looking for this guy and we are associated with this guy. Chances are, if they cannot get this guy alone, they will delete all of us. In closing, I want to say this. Somebody said, if this was a hit, a strictly hit on him, not organized inside, or to be accomplished by the people inside, by the time Senzo Meyiwa walked into this puzzle shop, if a hitman was around and was there to take Senzo Meyiwa's life, that would have been a pleasant opportunity. So the issue of a hit, cancel it doesn't exist. Now you see how deep this matter is. Be safe. To those that are not part and parcel of our WhatsApp group, you are missing something. Go there, you'll enjoy it. Till the next video, good people, please take care.
Good morning. My name is Fiso Meyiwa, brother of the late Senzo Meyiwa. Hey, I'm very disappointed here by what the SAPS is doing. Last week on the 24th of September, I heard some rumors that Warrant Officer Makhubo was receiving threats from Brigadier Kininda. Brigadier Kininda is the one who is investigating my brother's case, a murder case 636 of 10/2014. And Warrant Officer Makhubo is the one who is investigating the second docket, case 375, which is defeating the ends of justice. I then called Makhubo and asked him about this. He confirmed that he received a call. He received a call from General Kadwa. General Kadwa is the head of Hawks in Gauteng. Kadwa said he was informed by Brigadier Kininda to tell Makhubo that he must withdraw from case 375. Makhubo is the one who is a complainant on the docket, and that surprised me. And then I decided to call the Minister of Police, General Cele, Minister Cele, and then I called General Libya. I called National Commissioner, they didn't. National Commission responded and he said that he was going to call Gininda and Makhubo, but the other two, they didn't respond. And then I decided to send them messages. And then General Pogani, who is the secretary of the minister, she responded and said they are going to deal with this matter. But when I called Makhubo yesterday, today is the 5th, I called him on the 4th, he said no one has called him about this matter. And I'm very disappointed. And Makhubo's life is in danger. Because this docket has got evidence that Gininda stole a docket, he stole a statement from this docket. And Makhubo is the one who's got evidence which can prove that Zungu is lying in court. And another thing, this is
Mr. Madlala, there is a letter, my lord, in terms of Exhibit Q, from the Director of Public Prosecutions in Gauteng, referring to the Force Lawyers Case 375/1 of 2019. That letter confirms the docket that was opened against you, as well as all other people who were inside the house.
Yabona ke kukhona ke ilokho njani docket okanye incwadi qinisekisa ke ukuthi khona docket evuliwe maqelana nawe nabanye abantu abebekhona endlini eqhamuka kuyo ke i-DPP Gauteng ye case number leyo 67501 ya 2019. Yakuzwa no?
Yebo ngiyakuzwa.
Yes, I hear that.
This docket, this letter confirms that, and also in paragraph 3 of this letter, I'm going to read that paragraph 3. You can also have a look at that paragraph if you can be able to see paragraph 3.
Yeah, ngiyabona.
Okay, but I will also read it. It says, in light of the fact that decisions in Force Lawyers Case 375/1 2019 depends on the credibility findings by the trial court in the current trial involving Force Lawyers Case 636/10/2014, I have therefore decided that the decision in Force Lawyers Case 375/1 2019 will be made at the conclusion of the concurrent trial.
Manje ke uyabona lokho ke ukuthi uma sesibheke le qiniso lokuthi kukhona nje isinqumo ekwafanele ukuthi sithathwe khona lapha mayelana nale case leyana yase Force Lawyers Case 375/1 2019. Kanti ke leso sinqumo sinike ekutheni le nkantolo lena ke esebhizi ngayo okwamanje ukuthi ifinyelela ziphi inqumo mayelana ke naleli cala elimayelana ke necase 636/10/2014. Leyo ndlela ke ngithathe isinqumo sokuthi le case leyana ke case number 375/1/2019 izokwazi ke ukuthi kuthathwe isinqumo ngayo mayelana ke naleli cala eliculwa manje.
Ngisakwazi ukulinda ukuthi lifike le docket. Sengijahile.
Now I cannot wait for that particular docket.
Okay, but you understand what is said there?
Uyakuzwa lokho khulumekayo lapho. Yes.
Yebo ngiyakuzwa.
In other words, it says the Director of Public Prosecution has not declined to prosecute yet, to prosecute you in particular yet, is still waiting.
Manje amanye amazwi ulindile usalindile nje lo okuyena umqondisi obushushisi kanti ke akakucekeli phansi lokho ukuthi ashushise ukuthi uzoshushiswa ke nawe uma eshushisa uyashushiswa nawe uyakuzwa lokho
ngikuzwa kahle kamhlophe lo
I hear
ngiyinde
it.
khona
Quite clearly. I'm waiting for that.
Okay. I'm telling you that you left the crime scene when you knew exactly that you were supposed to guard the crime scene. You left it with Mr. Khumalo.
Ngithi ke kwena ke mina ke endaweni yokuthi ke nigadeke noma nibheke crime scene nayishiya ke nishiya nayo Mr. Khumalo. Okay.
You also failed to prevent the tampering with the crime scene and left the crime scene with Mr. Khumalo.
Nokuthi ke anizange nikwenzeke ukuthi ke nigadeke ukuthi nivike noma nivimbeke ukuthi kungabikho ukuphazanyiswa noma ukutempara ngokuthi nishiye uKhumalo laphayana. Isn't it that you are still putting it to me?
Yes, do you have any comment?
Khona ufuna ukusho.
That you left the crime scene?
Because you are putting it to me, it's fine.
Yeah. Do you agree with me that you left the crime scene with Mr. Khumalo?
Uyavuma? No.
With whom did you leave the crime scene with?
Nakushiya bani kanti? I didn't leave anyone.
Oh, okay. So the crime scene was left unattended?
Kusho ukuthi nashiya nje inganakiwe i-crime scene noma ingabhekiwe.
I want to get the clarity now.
Ngifisa uchazelwa ke manje.
Was there a police officer who was left at the crime scene when you left, or it was Mr. Khumalo only, or you left with no one?
Ingabe uma nihamba ke niye esibhedlela likhona yini iphoyisa nalishiya noma kwasala uMr. Khumalo kuphela? No, there's no police officer.
Okay. It was only Mr. Khumalo.
Kwakukhumalo kuphela.
Okay. You know the reason